Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jeremy Grant.
And the one thing that he'll be looking to change is the downturn in his three-point percentage. It's taken a hit here the last 10 games. I know he's putting in extra work to get that rhythm back.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Conley is the point. Edwards plays on the wing. The two towering figures inside for him, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Walker, Andre Ayton out there with Grant. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Brogdon in at the point guard position. And Greg, on paper, this looks like a real mismatch. These teams have very different expectations.
And in any matchup like this, the early stages are important. The team coming in as a big underdog has to keep it close, otherwise things can go south in a hurry.
Now here is Conley. He kicks to Towns. Inside, here's Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
And Cat remains an excellent passer at his position. Outstanding at seeing the floor and finding teammates.
Ayton against Gobert. Ayton, the pass to Simons. Simons with the screen for Walker. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Stolen by Brogdon. Grant at the elbow. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ayton. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot.
Well, I like the effort that Edwards is making to commit to defense, not letting the shooter get by him.
After 2 consecutive first-round exits. Oh, and there he puts it down!
Man, what a throw! Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You can see how Edwards has really developed and worked on his handle. It's become a strength of his game.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Brogdon outside. Simons with the screen on Conley. Conley against Brogdon. Three-pointer, Simons. Knocks down the three ball.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
Poked away. Stolen by Grant. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
Conley against Brogdon. It's Edwards on the wing. Last time out he had 38 points. 5 on the clock. Down low. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Edwards got his second basket of the night.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And it's Simons missing. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Towns. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Length, size, touch. That's how Towns just dominates you inside.
Simons against Edwards. To the middle. Here's Brogdon. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Gobert, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got his second basket of the game.
Gobert is so good around the rim. Had that shot back before the defense could do anything with it.
Pass to Simons. .116 left to play in the first. A shot missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Exactly what they needed from Towns. Using his size and strength to box out and keep that play alive.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really
teams changing it up here. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Mike Conley.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Now, here's Brogdon. Tight defense on him. And it's Ayton missing. Timberwolves leading by 5. Anderson outside. Outside, Towns. The kick out to Anderson from outside the arc. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Portland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Brogdon outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon has really good size and strength and basketball IQ, which makes him hard to guard for the defense.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, he's a big guard who really uses his size well. Brogdon is capable of playing either of the guard spots. He's old school in that way, just a guard who happens to be very versatile.
Edwards has come in for the Timberwolves. Brogdon hits them both. 23 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's in. It's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Simons from outside. No good. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Well, here we are, Clark, in the dog days of this season. Such a grind. The schedule is right smack dab in the middle of it. However, it seems like players are fresher than they used to be.
Well, I think they've really, teams in general and individual players as well, have done a nice job perfecting the art and essence of rest. Not pushing guys too much early in the year, maybe cutting back some practice time as well, and it pays dividends at this portion of the season.
Henderson and Simons, they have guard duties. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Scoot Henderson has prepared himself for the pressures of the NBA. He meditates, he reads books on self-improvement, and he said, I'm pretty sure you can lose yourself making a lot of money. You've got to be mentally sound. There's going to be downsides of being this young and successful, but I don't like failure, so I just try to minimize that. Kevin?
Wise words, David. Whoa, wise words. Thank you. That free throw missing. Scoot Henderson became the youngest G League player ever in 2021. Greg, he was only 17 then.
And Kevin really speaks to his abilities that he was ready for that near NBA level of competition at such an early age.
He hits the second from the line. HEA, you went to back-to-back conference finals with Portland. What's it like playing here?
I mean, this building is as loud as any in the NBA. The fans are tremendous, very loyal. I really enjoyed my time here in Rip City.
Here's Edwards. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Henderson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, and you hate to lose the kind of game where it just seems like it gets away from you. They played good basketball for most of it, but then just collapse and open that door for the comeback.
Greg, taking a look at Monte Morris for a second, you got to be inspired by his terrific story.
I mean, from late second-round pick to a seasoned NBA player, Morris never gave up on himself and continues to impress with each passing season.
First one falls for him. Walker's checked in for Portland. Grant comes in for Matisse Thybulle. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Henderson. 14 points from him the last game against Denver.
And he also dominated the glass out there. He hit the boards hard and often.
A kick out to Simons. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Henderson against Morris. And here's Edwards from the arc. Another miss by Minnesota. Trailblazers trail by 10. It's Henderson on the wing. The 17-footer. And too long on the shot. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. It's stolen. Walker in the post. Edwards there. And that one's good by Henderson.
And for an undersized player, Henderson can still do damage inside. He's got a nice combination of power and finesse.
Up top, Edwards. That shot missing. Simons with the defensive effort.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Walker with this screen for Henderson. And he drives in over Morris. Morris with the block. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. To the wing right side. Off target from outside. And here's Grant. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Simon's on the wing. Grant outside. The three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker passes to Edwards. Off on the layup.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Guarded by Reed. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Reed. Second.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
For Portland, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. He misses the free throw. A different look now for Portland. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Anfernee Simons. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for Scoot Henderson. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Alexander Walker. Daniels, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Morris. Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
And 1:01 left to play here in the half. Ayton sets the pick for Brogdon. To the paint. Got that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut back down to a 7-point margin, getting the points there from Ayton. Conley against Brogdon. The pass to McDaniels. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Low block shot. And it's in off the backboard. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
Beasting and feasting from this area. Towns utilizing all his length and size to burn the defense there.
Brogdon kicks to Grant. Down low. Here's Ayton. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Ayton's got 6 points.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Conley feeling it out. Passes it to Towns. And that one is off. With 1 on the clock. Oh, he gets it! How about that?
What a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 4. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, you guys have built a lead. What is the key to maintaining or increasing it going forward?
I mean, don't change what we're doing. Just stay together, keep passing the ball, keep playing great defense, and just keep making them think and make decisions, especially the difficult ones.
You had the advantage in the first half. We'll see if you can keep that advantage in the second half. Thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
Hey, yo,
Their offense has been clicking. They're making the right reads, and they're making the most of their opportunities.
I like their aggressiveness, not just taking what the defense gives them, they're taking what they want.
All right, fellas, let's take a quick look at 2 key players from that first half.
Each time one of them scores, the other is coming right back. You love to see this type of competitiveness. But we knew coming into this that might be the case.
It's about bragging rights, Kenny. Like whenever I outscored you, I think it was every time. Except in the finals, I know when you hit 7 threes.
Yes, indeed.
I said it for you.
There you go.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. DeAndre Ayton with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, the wing set for him, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert hold down the post for him. And it's Conley in at the point guard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 to shoot. Walker is screen on Conley. Brogdon finds Grant. Shoots over Towns. It's hauled in by Edwards.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Towns sets the pick for Conley. From the stripe. Good. He hits the jump shot. And the Timberwolves lead by 6. You know, Clark, I remember you had such a strong mid-range game when you were playing. Do you think it would have been hard to stretch your game out to 3 like a lot of guys are doing now?
You know what, Kevin? It's interesting. I was actually starting to try to add the three-point shot to my game way back in the mid-'80s as part of my development. So I don't think it's hard. It's a matter of putting the work in. And shooting is one of those skills in the game that can really be refined with good mechanics and just volume of work.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Timberwolves have gone Twin Towers with Karl-Anthony Towns and Rudy Gobert. Gobert says, I love playing with another dominant big because I've always thought that I could pass. I know that I can make guys around me better. Cat says, we complement each other. He's a generational talent on defense, and I think I'm a generational talent on offense. Kevin, I'm a generational talent on sideline.
You are indeed, and that's why you are in Springfield. No argument here, David. Thank you. Here's Towns. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Grant against Towns. Now here's Ayton. Defense is right there. Gobert with the block.
This is what Gobert is known for, his ability to swat shots away with ease.
Out to the wing. Towns is double. Here's McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Simons kicks to Grant. For 3, Brogdon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Timberwolves leading by 7.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Conley. Pass to Towns. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Inside. And the slam dunk by Simon.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
You know, Greg, the way Malcolm Brogdon is used in the catch-and-shoot game, it makes that offense very difficult to stop.
Well, he's a high percentage shooter, doesn't go through many ups and downs, and when he doesn't have the look he wants, he's willing to get off the ball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Attention Blazers fans, give a big round of applause for your Blazers Breaker Dance team.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for McDaniels. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Edwards. And Morris subbed in for Mike Conley. Dishes it to Henderson. Here's Kamara, defended by Towns. Back to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
Anderson passes to Towns. Here's Alexander Walker. He's guarded by Brogdon. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. Towns with the steal. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Timberwolves lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter.
32.
And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Simon's on the wing. He's joined by Thibault. Then it's Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the 4 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Thibault on the wing. Offline with his 3. Minnesota leading by 4. Anderson wide open and right on target with the swish. Anderson's got his first basket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And he banks in the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Pass to Edwards. Morris outside. This one for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Guarded by Reed. That's a 2 from Simons. That one off the back iron and out. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Anderson. The layup off target.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Thibault.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
3-pointer, Simons. The shot that time, not on target.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Anderson dishes to Morris. Outside Edwards. The pass to Reed. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Kyle Anderson. Daniels, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Mike Conley in for Morris. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. You know, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. That's a 2 from Simons. Portland again missing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Conley for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Simons up top. McDaniels defending. Got that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Simons.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Really just shows you the toughness and determination this man has. Impressive.
Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeremy Grant picks one up.
Big spot. Towns with a chance here at the line. He's someone this team relies on.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Edwards against Simon. Ayton a screen on it. Here's Simons. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Simons has got 9 points here in the second half.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. It's going to be Ayton shooting. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And I love the way they've been attacking the basket. I mean, they've looked to penetrate every opportunity they've had, and they've done a nice job doing that.
The kick out to Towns. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Gobert down low, covered by Simon. And the basket by Gobert.
Big-time delivery. Go, go, Gobert.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Simons against Edwards. Now, here's Simon. He's guarded close. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul. For the Timberwolves, Rudy Gobert taking 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Look, we all know Rudy Gobert is a force on defense, but you can't afford to ever ignore this guy. I mean, he's got the physical gifts to make problems anywhere on the floor.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. It's stolen by Edwards. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Driving in. Shoots over Simons. Out to Edwards from downtown. Another miss by Minnesota. Passes it to Ayton. Grant for 3. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Man, I like his activity level. Think about it. The defense has to resort to fouling him sometimes to prevent him from scoring.
Jeremy Grant.
So the first of 3 is good, and that narrows the gap to 7.
You know, the first thing that jumps out at you when you look at Grant is his athleticism. I mean, this guy is a terrific dunker and finishes well around the basket even when he doesn't dunk it.
He makes the second free throw, and that trims the lead to 6. And so he's good on all 3 free throws, and that brings them within 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
Still a solid point guard in this league. When Conley is healthy, he makes a considerable impact on both ends.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. Just 4 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Mike. Congrats on the win. It looked like you guys stayed with your identity tonight. You think so?
Yeah, we wanted to just play our game, stick to what we do best, get the ball inside, score in the paint, just try to make easy plays. And I think that's what we did, and we're able to just build off of that.
You guys are one of the best teams at staying to what you do. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you for that, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.